Hi everyone, it's Derek from the iReady pod here, just back from the pub after watching Rangers beat Aberdeen 2-1 away. What can I say about that? Fantastic result again, fantastic performance also again, more surprisingly. It's a game we dominated more or less from start to finish. Obviously, talking points of the red cards we'll get to, but fantastic. Can't argue with 6 points from six when we were really expecting not to get anything from the game. First half, certainly controlled the game. You can't really ask for much more than that. We controlled the game, had a few chances, but never really bothered the keeper too much. Obviously, the talking point of Windas's yellow card for diving in the box. It was quite pathetic, wasn't it? Really, if you're going to do that, do it a wee bit better. I would prefer our players don't do it at all. I maybe think that maybe on his mind was the fact that Colum gave a very soft one and he was conned in the Celtic game midweek there, and maybe that was on his mind. But certainly I don't like seeing our players diving in the box like that. Other than that though, Windass was fantastic all game. I thought this is the second game in a row he's played up front, and certainly in a centre forward role, and I think certainly it suits him, and we'll get to his goal later, but long may it continue if that's the way he's going to play. Obviously, we scored our first goal in the first half. It was a cross in from Declan John. Fantastic ball, actually. And then just an outrageous header from Wilson. And it was a looping long header. It was quite clear that there was a Aberdeen defender clearly shouting to one of his other teammates that he's on two players. He chose the wrong option and not to mark Wilson. And Wilson got the header in. Long looping header. The keeper was effectively rooted to the spot. And you can't take it away from him. Fantastic goal. Into the second half, again, we kind of more or less controlled the first period of it. Aberdeen offered nothing up front again, same as they did in the first half. And then obviously the controversial decision with Ryan Jack getting sent off. A few fans on Twitter seen it was a straight red card, but certainly I'm baffled by it. I do not see how the referee can give a red card for that. Both Jack and Stevie May went in for the challenge, and Stevie May shat it, as far as I'm concerned. He pulled out of a 50-50 challenge. Jack quite rightly got there first. He went full force into it, kicked the ball, and just, I don't know where else he was meant to put his leg. It kind of came down as it normally does after you've taken a shot. And yeah, there was contact, but that's the natural position of the leg at that point. It's not Jack's fault that Stevie May shat out of the challenge. And quick as you like, Willie Collum had issued a red card, and even Willie Miller has came out and questioned the fact that it shouldn't even been a red card, and he had brung out his red card very quick, and he should have taken a long hard look at it first. He clearly never done that, and it was quite obvious Willie Collum wanted to send Jack off. Given the fact that Graham Shinney had literally just beforehand had another bad challenge. He had committed another bad challenge when he was already on a yellow card and got away unscathed. If it's not gross misconduct by the referee, it's just plain cheating, and he should never referee another game in his puff. There's not really much else I can say about that. It was going to be backs to the walls again from there, I thought, but we certainly we upped our game for the first 5 minutes after, and I think we got our second goal not long after that anyway. It was a great piece of play downfield on the right hand side. Candias, who had not long came on, got the ball across, and Josh Windass slotted it home from the centre of the box. Great cross and a great finish. And again, as I said, Josh Windass getting in the positions and playing well as a centre forward. It's good to see that he is getting in the positions rather than Kenny Miller, who once again played most of the game in midfield. It's just baffling. You play with two up front, and he is again still playing more in midfield, out to the left, out to the right. He's just not in that. He's not playing in his usual striking role, which is again hindering us. But fair play to Windass. He got up there and he got the goal. Aberdeen got a goal back not long after, around about 25 minutes to go, and it was going to be backs to the wall. It was a bit of a stupid tackle for Tavernier to put in, but it was a tackle nonetheless that resulted in a free kick. The wall jumped this time, which is better than the Lafferty situation a few weeks ago. But certainly it was top left-hand corner, and I don't think it really gave Fotheringham much of a chance. A few people blaming Fotheringham about that, but when you've got somebody who can strike the ball that well, sometimes if you let them get the ball up and down into the back of the net, I don't think there's much stopping it, to be honest. So, but again, after they went 2-1, I felt that we did play within ourselves a wee bit. We allowed Aberdeen to come at us, but when you're down to 10 men, sometimes there's no other thing for it. But I don't think Aberdeen really had much of any chances in front of goal after that. I felt we contained them very well, and we played the game, and we rounded out the game 2-1 victors. Can't really say much more than that, just apart from the fantastic result. Again, something I think most fans would have hoped for a draw at the very best. But to come away with another 3 points after just beating them is fantastic. It goes to show that had we, maybe got the results against Hamilton and Dundee beforehand, we're looking at a completely different league just now, and the pressure, certainly might have swung in our favour when it came to winning the league. Certainly it's a long way off, obviously, but we wouldn't be far off Celtic at this point. But we're certainly sitting in second place now. We're above Hibs, above Aberdeen. We've played 2 great games there. Fantastic performances all round, never mind the result. It's really a digging deep Rangers performance of old, of Walter, some may say. Murty went up to the fans after the game. Might signify that that's his last game that he's going to be in charge, and we might have a new manager by the next time we speak to you. Obviously a lot of speculation about McInnes coming in. We'll yet to see that. It's obviously the media that's saying that, a few Rangers fans saying that as well, but we'll just need to wait and see what happens in that respect. Again, not my first choice, and questions would be asked. The fact that he's just got beaten off 2 Rangers squads who were depleted and who had a under-20s coach there. That's up for debate, that one, but we'll just need to wait and see what happens. So me and Dave will have a podcast out again shortly, hopefully this week. If not, it'll be after the next game. So thanks for listening, and goodbye.